Welcome to the Ascension News. Hello.
Hey.
Today we're going to talk about what are tarot cards
Ooh.
with Priscilla.
Hey everybody. So tarot cards, yeah, they're most simply explained, they're really a divination tool. They are, going to the basics. They're basically a deck of 78 cards, each with its own imagery, symbolism, and story. The cards are divided into two types of cards. There's major arcana and minor arcana. Major arcana are the cards that represent like large overall karmic and spiritual lessons that are going on in your life. And the minor arcana, so there's 22 major arcana cards, and those are like the big deal, the big kahuna. There's like big things that are happening in your life. There's not that many that occur all the time. And then the minor arcana, so there's like 56 of them, are more like kind of like mundane, everyday characteristics of just like events that pop up and happen in the now. But it's funny. So even though tarot cards, they're known as a divination method, so meaning like, foreseeing the future, they're actually mostly useful for understanding the present and the trajectory of how your present is really kind of a conglomeration of the past, and how that is going to affect your future. So it's really mainly about how you can take control of your life right now and make some powerful choices.
By what happened in the past, what could happen in the future.
Yeah, well, the past is, important in life in general. Like, the past matters a lot. And so how some of, like, the past choices, past influences are affecting kind of your psyche and, like, some of just, the choices you surround yourself with in the present, and tarot is helpful in helping you maximize those options so that you make the best trajectory for your future and you stay on top of your life purpose and your path.
So how do you find a good reader?
Yeah, so finding a good reader, really, it's every reader. It goes back to, I think, the past two weeks where we had our last podcast. It's really readers. They're all it's all about like kind of the same reason how you choose like a crystal, or you choose a boyfriend, you choose a friend. It's like, you want to find a reader that really kind of that you have a good feeling from. So I would say before choosing a really going with a reading the tarot reader is to really kind of get a feel for them, ask them a couple questions of how they practice their craft and kind of like what they do. Yeah.
So it's basically intuition.
It is a lot of intuition. Yeah.
Okay. And then you're gonna know it's. I'm adding an extra.
Yeah.
You're gonna know they're a good reader because they gave you a result that worked.
Well, that's very complicated. So, I think, because tarot is, even though it is a divination method, it is a tool, but really I feel like great tarot readers are, number one, they're well read, because tarot cards, I think out of all the other healing divination methodologies, it's very analytical, because like I said, there are like 72 cards, and so a good tarot reader knows the exact, symbolism and like numerology and like all the major arcana, minor arcana, all the different suites, all the different elements, all the different like, and each like different major major symbolism of all the cards. So there's that component of it, but also there's a lot of like intuition. So I think a tarot reader, honestly, there is a lot of mediumship abilities that goes with it as well. Because as a tarot reader, even though I'm relying a lot on the cards and I'm reading the direct cards, it's also, like random messages will like come into your head, or like a symbol of something, like, somebody's like asking about a career question. It's like a resume will like pop in a head. It's like, oh, did you like just submit a resume? And then it'll be like the 8 of Wands. So if I get an image of like a resume and the Eight of Wands, it means that whatever resume that person just turned in, they're probably going to have a message for.
Good.
So, yeah. But tarot readers are not mediums. Like being a medium, I feel like it's like kind of, I would say the higher echelon of all, I think, I think mystical like healers in that sense, because they are direct. They can directly like channel guides and whatnot. But I think if you could find a tarot reader that also has mediumship abilities, I think that's kind of like the big jackpot.
Wow. So that's amazing. Okay, so let me go to my what role does intuition play in the reading?
It plays, intuition is everything in it. Well, okay, so like I said, I'm kind of contradicting myself a little, because tarot, it is very analytical and there is a study to it. I think a good tarot reader does need to read books about all the symbolisms and every single individual interpretation. But beyond that, it's like for example, all right, like the Ace of Wands, that usually whenever the Ace of Wands as a card comes up, it means that somebody has some sort of like job or like creative opportunity. But, depending on like who that person is and what you're getting from that person, in addition to their question, in addition to the placement of other cards, that all depends on the interpretation. So I think like a good tarot reader needs to, have that intuition of kind of what the other cards mean with each other. And that's not something that's immediate. That's not something you can really study. You can study the individual meanings of the cards, but you can't really study what it all means in a holistic sense. In like, say, like a Celtic spread.
Yeah. Okay. Good answer. So, what are good questions to ask your reader?
So good questions are always, I think open-ended questions are the best questions to read, because, you don't want to undercut just like how deep tarot cards are and how like the what message the individual cards say. So saying like, am I gonna get rich is kind of like, a little bit of a shallow question, but a question like, rephrasing that question. But I think like, rephrasing that question, if you are what's on your mind is like your financial future, is maybe what are some blockages that are presented to me that are inhibiting me from reaching my financial potential? That would be a really great question, and you're giving your reading more room to evolve and give you a more deeper, richer meaning and subtext to your question. Or like, am I gonna get a boyfriend next month? which is valid. It's valid, but I think like a better way to maybe phrase that question is, what are some things I can work on to bring love into my life? So yeah, just like going deeper into your question is always a good.
Okay. Let's see. What if I don't like what I see?
Right. So yeah, and that's a very common question. And if you get a lot of readings, eventually you are gonna at some point get what you don't want to hear, because that's life. And that goes, that answer goes beyond tarot. It goes in life in general, that everything's really cyclical. And a lot of the lessons brought to you in life are karmic, and they are spiritual lessons that are meant to be overcome. So, it's like, you might get, okay, say, for example, somebody gets a Three of Swords. That's kind of a gnarly card, no matter how you spin it. It usually means something's getting cut off that you don't want to get cut off. Usually somebody gets that when there's a breakup, whether it's a friend or, a lover or a job, whatever. It's like a breakup, nobody really wants to get that. And, people don't like getting that card because it is mostly negative. But, at the same time, if you get that in a reading, it just means that it's laid out in front of you. Like, this is meant to be a breakup, because there's probably like better things on your horizon, which is why this is a breakup right now. It may not be what you want at this particular moment, but
Nap out of it.
yeah, I mean, move on and move up,
I love that.
Because
Move on.
because it's like at some point, like, yeah, I mean, it's gonna hurt, you know. And I think part of, again, going back to how to find a good reader is that it's just like, in, you know, and you're in the healing space too, and you know that everybody heals on their certain levels. Like some people like to hear something really, really like straight up, like maybe like, I don't know, some, maybe if you have clients that are like New Yorkers or like more city people, they like to hear things just straight up, like just tell me what's up. And some people need a little bit softer and a softer nurturing message.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's where tarot readers, there's different like stylistic differences, because you know, like me as a tarot reader, I like to just like cut it straight to people in a gentle way, but I like to just tell you like, okay, you know, this is what's up. And yeah.
Yeah, me
So
too.
in terms of like getting a card that you don't want to hear, well, it's like life is not always gonna give you something you want to hear, but it's always for the better, and you just have to keep that in mind. That if this message is being brought to you, it's because the universe loves you. It's because your guides want you to hear something, and they know something is better. You know. So again, moving on and moving up.
Because you're glitchy. Listen, bitch. Glitchy. Shut the fuck up and move on. Move on and move up.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, you never know. Like, you know, once you, and that kind of, and this is not really in the questions, but a lot of people, you know, they'll get a reading, they'll be like, that was amazing, there was a card I didn't want to hear, can I get another reading? It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, work on whatever was presented to you. Like, trust the process, trust the cards, trust what came up for you. Once you deal with that, then get another reading. Usually it's like in another 3 months minimum. I don't recommend people getting readings, you know, like in more recent than 3 months, really. If it was like a Celtic cross, if it was like a big reading, I wouldn't recommend getting another one anytime sooner than that.
Wow. Okay. So how do tarot cards work when reading for others?
Reading for others, usually that's a little, when somebody comes with a reading for others, I usually tell that person to kind of like sit, you know, and close their eyes and kind of like think about that other person. And I usually like to tell people, whether they're reading for themselves or for another person, to choose cards with their left hand. So really, if you're like getting a reading for somebody else, you just, you know, you like sit, you channel that person, you think about kind of like what issues that it is that they would want to, you know, resolve. And I would like, you know, use your left hand. If you're doing a live reading, like use your left hand to choose for that person while thinking about that person. Or if it's a remote reading, then, you know, you think about that person and then the reader would just stop whenever you say stop. So it's similar to really getting a reading for yourself proper, but except the extra, you know.
I mean, I have another question to add to that one.
Yeah.
Why would someone get a reading? Give me an example of that.
There's a lot of reasons why people do that. People do that because either they know that that person is just not open to the idea of getting a reading, because, you know, like whatever, you know, people are, you know, tarot sometimes has a bad rep, you know, even though it really shouldn't, but because it's a divination method, people have different, like, you know, judgments about it. Even though I personally see it more as like therapy. It's like it's very psychological to me, but it has a bad rep. So, you know, it could be somebody who really needs some guidance, but they might not get a reading themselves, or for whatever other myriad of reasons that they won't get a reading. Either they just don't know about it, or they just aren't motivated to do it themselves, or, you know, there's many reasons.
I didn't. When you said that, I kind of got shocked. Wow, people do that. I didn't even.
They get readings for other people, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, I mean, usually I've noticed that when that happens, it's usually people who are like naturally like empaths, who really feel like, oh my God, you know, my friend who's going through something right now really needs one, but she wouldn't do it herself. But she would, maybe this friend, if, you know, somebody got a reading for her, she would listen to that person who got a reading.
I mean, I guess what I did with my sister, asking a question.
Right.
We're talking about a full-on reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess it makes sense. I have a question.
Yes.
Two. So I'm glitchy on sound. I want to know why my sound is glitchy. That's what.
Yeah.
And then I'm still having challenges with the eCam going into a group. I want to know why. I don't even know if
Wait,
this
you're
can.
having a challenge with the eCam. What do you mean you're having a challenge with the eCam going into a group?
Okay, so this platform is called eCam Live.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going into 5 areas now simultaneously.
Okay.
But if I want to go into one only, which is a group, it's not letting me. It glitched up. It
Oh.
was fine, and then now it glitched. So
That's really weird.
I contacted them, and, I'm working
Yeah.
on it, but
Yeah.
it's taking long. They're giving me like me.
Well, that's not good.
So I want to know if there's something I can do. I know sounds like a weird reading, but what can I do to correct the eCam Live group challenge?
I mean, do you want to pull an actual card for
Yeah,
that, or? Oh, okay, all right.
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
let's do it. Okay, let's do it. We're on Tarottuesday. Let's do it. I'm gonna do a one card for this. I feel like it's kind of a simple. All right.
And if anybody's there that wants reading, please let's talk about it.
All right.
Let me see if I show that we're getting the comments. I need to go.
All right. Okay, so tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. Let's see. Huh. Interesting. The sun, but it inverted the sun. Okay, the sun is like all things like success and like things working out. It's like if somebody got like a new promotion or like I don't know, got married, whatever, got what they wanted, but it's inverted. I mean, like definitely there's like okay, it's like the potential's there. There's some sort of little obstacle. I think whatever the obstacle it is, it's just like something whatever. You just get over it, and then it'll be good. Could be like, do maybe all the guests need to get microphones? I mean,
No, just me going to my group, to my private group.
and the customer support is just not talking to you.
Well, they just received today, and they said,
Okay.
"Send me exactly what the warning signs were," and I sent it. But it's been happening for 3 days now.
Yeah. Well, I think like I mean, based on this, it's something that I think it'll resolve. You
By
just have to
itself.
work with customers. Yeah, it'll resolve. I don't know by itself, but it will at some point resolve, and it's not like a major obstacle.
It's just what it is.
But but it seems like this platform is definitely a good one. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. For some reason, the Facebook comments are not coming. Let me go to Facebook and see if anybody's actually asking a question. Okay, nobody's. If anybody's there and you have a question, try to just respond and I'll find it. Otherwise, let's do a question on a more interesting. When am I getting? No. When is the stimulus checks coming? Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
When are the stimulus? Yeah, it just hit me.
Okay. All right. Tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, uh-oh. There's the tower, but it's inverted. So, yeah, I just think there's a lot of chaos right now, honestly, with the administration, with everything that's going on. But it's, but it's inverted, so, it's getting worked on. But I just think, I don't think it's coming until all the chaos is done. There's just too much chaos.
Okay.
But it will come. It's just, it's just not, now is not a great time for it.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
So, what else can we? What about? I'm trying to see the questions I have. A damn thing. Oh, what about my sound? The sound. The sound I'm having. The back echo.
Like, what's going on with the sound?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tell me when to stop.
I hope it's not recording.
Maybe like a picture of your house or something. All right.
Okay.
That's funny. The King of Pentacles. That sounds like Jill.
It's Jill.
Did Jill mess with your computer?
No.
Jeff. That's so funny.
He does not.
That's funny.
Maybe I need to.
Or maybe like the person you're talking to is gonna be like an older, kind of like earthy kind of dude. Talk to an older earthy dude.
That's gonna solve it.
That's gonna know, yeah. Or maybe Jill knows. Ask Jill.
No, he's not.
No.
Mm-mm.
I mean, this is definitely a person. Somebody knows. This guy knows. Maybe he's from eCam. Maybe this guy from eCam knows. You're gonna have to request an older guy now from eCam. Like, I only want to speak to older guys.
and he better have some.
Yeah, they better have answers, exactly.
Oh my god. Okay. So an older guy. Answer.
Yeah.
Dash. All right. Any other? Let me see. No, I don't see. The problem is, the questions aren't on Facebook.
It's just, it's just all glitchy right now.
Yeah, glitchy.
That's okay. We'll have weeks like that.
All right. Wow. What's up? Okay. So let's just do a present reading, like for the moment.
A present reading for the moment?
Yeah, like a group reading.
Like a one card?
Yeah, I guess, or past, present, future, whatever you think.
Or do you want to do a regular tarot card, or do you want to like do one of the crystal spirit cards?
Let's do the crystal. Okay. Because then we got a lot of. When do you want to show your? We can do it in the announcement.
I'm sorry, what?
Because we have all your beautiful jewelry. We have to show too.
Yes. All right, let's do a crystal ring card. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna let you do the honors of telling me when to stop.
Okay. Okay, stop.
Ooh. Oh, that's so funny. A green. This one again. The A green.
Wow.
That is so funny. That one. All right. So just a refresher. Let's see. The A green, essential meaning: integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, consistency. Although we are always evolving, we will possess deeply held values that we do not have to compromise. Your personal integrity matters. So if you're feeling pressure to say yes when your heart says no, or to be something you're not, listen to the message Adrian Spirit brings you. Now's the time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word. If you really want to say no, don't say yes for now and try to correct your mistake later. People may struggle to accept your truth and your decisions, but stick to them. Be solid and consistent, because what matters to you deep down matters to the conscious universe who loves you.
Oh,
there you go.
That is really wow. Read it again.
I'm sorry, what?
Read it again. It just I want to get it. I want to get it deeper.
All right. Well, okay. Let me go further. Let me go deeper then.
Okay.
If you are feeling unsure, doubting whether you have a right to take a stand, become still and reconnect with the conscious universe through this crystal. It's not your job to protect everyone's feelings and keep the peace at all cost. You don't have to rush about smoothing everything over. Be at peace as you stand firm, for your deepest values are in sync with your purpose, and the conscious universe wants you to feel and be strong right now.
Wow. I love that. That stone is so still. Stillness.
Yeah, just like not being afraid to like just be who you are and not change.
Stand up.
Yeah.
God, that's all over it.
Yeah.
Be afraid to be who you are. Show yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, so I don't see anybody asking any questions. So should we move on?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what we got here. On the image, first thing we're going to look at is this. So are these malas? Or
these are malas, yeah. These are all malas.
Beautiful. So let's talk about them.
Yeah, so these are all, they represent the 4 elements. So the first one you see, the purple one, that's the earth mala. As it's made out of jaspers, they're very earthy, grounding, all about being in the present. And then the next one over is the air mala, representing the mind, communication, moving on and moving up, as I love to say, would be like a very air element type of statement. And then the next one over is a moonstone mala. That one is the water mala. So channeling the water element of emotion, intuition, knowing, like going with the flow, knowing where to go. All things kind of psychic related, very water element. And the last one over there is a fire mala. So it's all about transformation and like passion and finding something that you're really like, well, passionate about and really taking action and doing it.
Wow. Beautiful. So it's the 5 elements.
I'm sorry, the what?
It's the 5. The 5 elements. 4 elements.
The 4 elements, yeah. Ether is a 5th element.
Yeah.
But I don't have an ether mala yet.
Well, maybe you need.
Exactly.
What would ether look like?
Ether, I think, would be like a nirvana quartz, like just like all like quartz, like a spirit quartz. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here is the bracelet.
Yes.
Let's talk about the.
Okay. So the very far left one is the High Priestess bracelet with lapis lazuli and turquoise. That one, High Priestess, is actually one of the major Arcana cards. It's probably one of my favorite cards, which is probably why I designed a bracelet. Inspired by it, represents all things spirituality, mystique, tapping into that side of femininity. Yeah, just like the parts of us that are all like mysterious and powerful, which all things I love. So that's that. The next one's a Yamaya bracelet. That one's watery. It has aquamarine mother of pearl in it. So yeah, water element, also one of my favorite elements. I shouldn't have a favorite element, but I do. It is a water one. Again, all things intuition, going with the flow, being at peace with oneself. And then going into the middle is my Alexandra bracelet. That one has hematite, jasper and turquoise. It's very stimulating, very energizing, staying focused. I have a problem staying focused, so probably why I designed that one. And then next one over, the citrine and emerald moonstone ones. I like charm bracelet. It's all about prosperity, all types of prosperity vibes. And then last but not least, like the last one is my free spirit mala with the little sterling silver butterfly charm. That one has moonstone, emerald, and ruby. It's just kind of like all of those are very kind of airy, fun gemstones with like really positive, kind of uplifting type of vibes.
They're beautiful. The colors look like like we're eating some candy.
Yeah, there you go. Or candy.
Yeah. Okay. Look good. We got a couple. This one.
Oh, that's my Pele wrap bracelet. That was my fire element, my fiery bracelet. It wraps around 3 times. That one has garnet, carnelian, coral, and jasper in it.
Wow. So beautiful.
Thank you.
It's like a desert.
It's like a what?
You want to be in the desert.
Yes. Or a beach, or yeah. Super fun.
So pretty. All right, just go here. And then keep going. Have 2 more.
That was my Alexandra earrings. It's actually the same design as the Alexandra bracelet, which we talked about earlier, but just in earring form. So all things focus and vitality and staying on task.
Beautiful. All right, we'll put it down here. And we got one. Then we got some anything announced. Okay. And this is
that one's my Persephone bracelet. It's all about rejuvenation, refreshing, recharging. That one is a chrysoprase and labradorite. So yeah, just when you need to like take a break and like inspire yourself again. You know, we all get into like these kind of like funks with like daily life and chaos and work and whatnot. And yeah, this one's just a great. Chrysoprase is a great stone for just inspiration, just finding things you're excited about again, and like it's great for artists.
Yes.
All like creative kind of creative individuals can benefit a lot from chrysoprase. Like,
is it always transparent like that?
Is it always what?
Transparent like that.
It's not really transparent. It looks that okay, yeah, no, it looks that way in the picture. It's not transparent. Some of it's opaque and some of it's not. It's one of those. It's kind of like fluorite. It's one of those stones that like depends on what part of the stone that you cut. It looks a little different. Yeah.
Wow. It's really beautiful.
Thank you. And these can all be found at www.100graces.com. That's the number 100 and Graces. And I can also be on found on Instagram at 100graces. If anybody wants to check anything out.
Yes. We'll do that on the. What are you having? Well, let me see if there's any other questions. Does anybody have any reading? Want a reading? Go here. Hold on. Oh. Let's see. Hold on. I have 8 come. See what the some if they're here. Okay. Asking. Okay. Any other card?
I think that feels complete to me.
Okay, good. All right. We're gonna go on to the announcement. page right now. So here we go. So the next thing we're doing, oops, get rid of that. Oops. Oh my God. All right, my green screen. We are having a great event next month. We've got 5 amazing women. Priscilla is going to be doing some readings. The topic is rising of the DNA Christ consciousness with perfect vision. It's 12, 21, 2020. So, Stephanie Wong is going to lead us in a meditation. I will be doing some oil and some talk. Janelle will be explaining the whole process. Priscilla will be doing a reading, and Paulina will be doing some shamanic cleaning and okay. So then, at 100 graces, you can get any of these that we showed today. And do you have any cells, Priscilla?
I don't right now, but I will soon.
Okay. So you'll put them here as you get them, right?
Yes.
And if someone wants a custom bracelet, what's the best way to do that? Just to DM you there?
Yeah, or I have a chat box on my website that you can find. That I'm usually almost always on there, so I'll respond right away.
Okay, so if you have a question or want a custom piece, or want to be on the mailing list, you have a mailing list, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so go there and check it out. And I'm having a sale 33 or 4 for 100. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Priscilla, for the amazing time. Blessing. We're going to end with a little bit of music. So sit back, take a deep breath, and reflect on what you want for today. Thank you. Thank you.